Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Overbay, and welcome as always. We're always happy to have a new listener, someone new checking out the videos and everything as well. So if this is your first time checking this out, give us a follow on all the social media. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots. As well as you guys want to check us out on YouTube. We're putting out some all of our good interviews here, but we're also talking about, making some different kinds of videos as well. Maybe some more stuff maybe involving food, more day-to-day stuff, kind of like our lives, a little bit more of a background. So we're going to start putting some other things out. You guys can give us a follow. It's going to be Who Are You podcast. Everything on that on YouTube as well. And it'll connect you to the podcast if you're just looking for audio as well. But today, sitting down with the wifey, sitting down with Miss Shannon Overbay. Almost called you by the government name.
Hello. I'm so excited to be back. I feel like it's been so long since the last time, but it was only...
Probably about a month ago.
Yeah. Not too long.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was probably about a month and a half ago, We like to pop in, do our little Sunday hangouts here and there whenever we can. Sometimes it's a week without a guest, or sometimes we just want to sit down and talk and just see what's going on.
We always got to catch up, and we always are so busy in life, so, it's always something good to talk about, or
of course
something going on.
Sit down, have a drink, shoot the shit for a little bit. We always have a good time. So sitting down today, obviously we say it's our Sunday hangout. We've just been kind of busy, just living the life. I'm sure if Shannon lifts up her arm, she has a story to tell you as well. For
those who can watch or are watching.
Yeah, for those who are watching. For those who are listening, she's wearing a brace, and she got into a car accident the other day, which was not fun. Definitely got a little bit of injuries here and there. Lost a car on it as well.
Oh, definitely not great. I don't know what all I should and shouldn't say, just because I do have my claim open still, and I'm still it's still early days. It's only been about a week.
I understand.
So there's still a lot of the process to go through.
I understand. We don't have to go too much into it, but just if people are watching, seeing what's going on, people are aware, and so we're not just leaving stuff out of everything.
Yes, so my arm has been in some pain, and my thumb as well.
Yeah, so just all kinds of stuff. So we'll bring more light onto that stuff as time goes on, but for now, we'll keep it where it is. But we also survived a hurricane. That's another thing. Hurricane number 2 in 2 weeks so far.
Yep.
Say Hurricane
First
Milton.
Was Helene, and this one was Milton.
Yeah, Milton. That was a crazy one. We're very lucky where we live in Jacksonville, and it didn't affect us too terribly much. But people down in Tampa, Sarasota, and all that, they got wrecked. Not even gonna lie. If you look at them, I'm sure if you guys are sports fans and you check out on Instagram, they talked about Tropicana Field. The whole roof was taken off of it. Apparently, National Guard were staying there too. We're sleeping in there, trying to be helpful during the storm.
Act. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy, because I remember you guys talking about it. I don't think I've ever really seen that field, but then all the pictures were coming out as well, and it just was torn to shreds.
So maybe it wasn't Tropicana. I think it's where the Tampa Bay Rays play. That's what I know. So I think it may be Tropicana. Let me check real quick.
Well, I think that's the name that you and your buddies were talking.
Yeah, because I saw it on Instagram. It was horrible. Tropicana Field.
Yeah, but that one, it went straight through Florida.
I was right. Yeah, so it was Tropicana Field. So the whole roof got ripped off, everything. It looks pretty damn bad. So thoughts and prayers to everybody down there who is experiencing this right now, because there was all kinds of stuff going on. From what I was seeing, up in Jacksonville, they were talking about on the news 9-foot storm surges, so flooding, so taller than me.
Tons of flooding.
Yeah, cars getting swept away. Cars getting flipped, power lines, houses going electricity going down for a while. It's terrible to see what's going on with these hurricanes.
It really is crazy. And obviously, like you said, we're in Jacksonville. We didn't really see much of it. We had some rain and some wind.
Yeah, knock on wood, we've been very lucky, thankfully.
Yeah, but I can't even imagine to go through that.
No. Yeah, your home that you paid so much money for, worked your butt off to get and everything. It's tough to see, and I hate seeing those videos out there. Did you happen to catch who Lieutenant Dan, a guy they were calling Lieutenant Dan by chance?
Mm-mm.
So on social media, there's this whole uproar about this guy. Apparently, he lives on a boat in the in the Tampa Bay or whatever it was, and he's I'm not fucking leaving. So he stayed there on this boat the whole time during the hurricane. Some skinny dude, other stuff's come out about him, apparently saying he assaults people and blah 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 blah. So there's that whole thing. apparently, like, there's a bunch of streamers like Aiden Ross. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a big streamer, a younger dude who was saying, I'll pay you I'm going to give you $100,000 and some other shit for, like, you know, make sure you're okay in the storm and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently after the like police report stuff came out, they said like apparently he's kind of like a piece of shit in some ways.
Oh no.
You know, and this is just what I'm seeing online, not saying like I don't know the guy, so maybe there's different situations, but they showed like 10 different arrest photos for the dude and everything.
No goodness.
I was like, oh, that's tough looks, man. Tough, because he was like a story where everybody was like, oh, I hope Lieutenant Dan does okay. And then that shit comes out, you're like, ooh. You're like, ooh.
Well, you know, maybe he was trying to change his life around. I don't know.
It's true.
Not vouching for him.
Like I say, I don't know the guy very much, like at all. I don't know him personally in any way, so I don't know. But just from what I've seen on social media, it was like really like a heartbart story, and then it got dark real quick. You're like, ooh,
was revealed. That's crazy.
You're like, ooh, the internet strikes again.
That is wild.
But yeah, some
so he was down in the Tampa Bay area I think Milton came in at like Tampa?
It hit like middle, lower Florida. I know it went across, and luckily it got degraded down to like a category 3 or something when it hit land, right?
Yeah, I think when it hit, it was a 3, and then, I mean, I think it went to a category 1 pretty quickly.
Which is good, because originally they were saying this was like might be one of the, like the biggest storms ever kind of thing. It was a category 5 while it was in the ocean.
The Waffle House is closed down.
Yeah, if the Waffle House is...
You can't.
If they close down, that's how you know shit's getting real. You know, Waffle House isn't closed for anything. They're like, there could be a war going on, but we're still serving this food at 2 a.m., whatever you need. You know, we're going to give you these freaking greasy ass eggs and some freaking waffles, and you're going to like it.
It's so funny that is like a standard in Florida, because even, you know, you were taking me to work since I don't have a car at the moment, and the radio was talking about Waffle House and how that is actually like something they go off of.
Well, me and you looked at each other like, Waffle Houses are closing. We're like, what?
Yeah.
Because there's been, how many hurricanes have we been through now together? A bunch, you know, because it's just common for this time of year. Mm-hmm. And I've never heard of Waffle House getting like closed. I was like, whoa. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, do we need to leave Florida? I was like, I think we might need to like go to a completely different state if it's like that.
Yeah. Well, didn't your buddies, they were the ones who told you they closed, right? Originally?
No, I heard about it on the radio. That was the first time we heard about it. Then I saw it all over social media because that was blowing up. That was like a huge story.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But hopefully everything's getting, you know, repaired. And
yeah, say thoughts and prayers for everybody. I say that sucks. I hate to see that. And like North Carolina just got ripped last week too.
Yeah, it's crazy what all is going on.
And you know what else is
with Helene?
You know what else is fucking wild? We have a third one.
We have a third one next week. Yeah,
it's like, what in the world is going on?
This hurricane season is taking a toll.
Oh my god! And there's been so much stuff where there's like conspiracy theories out there. People are like, oh, the government controls the weather, and they're like doing this to us. I was like, oh god.
Well, there was something that came out about like certain things in South Carolina that they have something in their ground that's very valuable, and people were trying to start buying that land, and the people in those neighborhoods weren't happy about it. Mm-hmm. And then all this hurricane and flooding and everything, no one was talking about that. Everything started happening. All that's underwater now. It's all, you know, you can't get to it.
But do you think I'm not saying that it's not possible, because obviously I'm not a scientist. I don't know what goes all into making winds and all that, or what's in the ocean as well. Like, we don't know what's in the ocean.
That is true.
But like a lot of people are like talking about it. They're saying like the middle of the storm looks weird and blah 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 blah. And like there's like it's weird that this is happening, like especially around the election time and all that stuff. People were going down some rabbit holes. Not saying I believe them, but I was, you know, like we talked about it on the last time we did it like a podcast. We did like conspiracy theories. Like, I love this shit. I think it's interesting to listen to. It doesn't mean I believe it, but it's just funny to see where people's minds go. And you never know. Shit could be going weird, and we're just, you know, just here. Just shit happens. I'm like, I don't know. Like, people will tell me something. I'm like, I can't control shit. What am I going to do about it?
Very true. It is really interesting to hear all about all of them. Whether they're believable or not, you never know.
Yeah.
Because obviously there is the actual scientific, like, moon and gravitational pull and kind of thing, and
then like a pressure, there has to be some kind of certain pressure system, because that's something I saw when they were doing the reports on it. Is like I forgot what they said. It's like, it's almost like scientifically impossible what's happening right now is what they said, or it's like the ceiling of how much pressure can be built up or something like that.
I did see that, like in the whole like ocean in that area or whatever for Earth.
Yeah, they're saying like it's almost mathematically impossible what's going on. I was like, that's something that you don't want to hear.
Yeah,
you don't want to hear a whole new story of we're making new equations because of how strong the storm. And you're like, oh shit, what?
But that makes it even more confusing though, because it wasn't one of. Granted, like I don't know what it is like down south, but
pretty bad.
It wasn't one of the worst hurricanes that I think we've had.
Yeah, like it wasn't like Katrina or anything like that, but still it was like pretty bad. It's just in our history over here in Jacksonville, we seem to be pretty lucky and knock on wood, hopefully, and like, everything stays safe. But I feel like just down south, you're kind of just in a spot where it's just dangerous. And even like, look 100%. What happened. Like we had one miss us, go around us, and then go up to the Carolinas.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
That is crazy.
So it's just one of those things where it's kind of like not predictable. And then, us Floridians, we're kind of like, we're all fucking crazy here. And I see like why some states think we're crazy. Some states are like, they're 100%. they're throwing hurricane parties. They're doing what?
Yep. And hurricane parties. Ain't no party like a hurricane party.
Yeah, I remember being in college and like a hurricane would come around and everybody was like, so where are we drinking at? Like that was always the thing.
I remember my first hurricane party. It was literally, my mom had the house in your mom's neighborhood at the time. And it was just me and I think my friend Maddie and maybe one of my friends from up north was down. I don't know. I don't remember. But like it was us just hanging out at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Because, it was our first experience. We didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, that's literally just what it is. It's a common joke through Florida. Like everybody goes to the liquor store, gets beer and alcohol, and waits it out. And it's just one of those things. But like I said, thoughts and prayers to everybody down south. We hope everybody's doing good. We're not making light of anything that's going on. It's crazy to see what goes on every single year. We always seem to forget about it, and then it comes back around. We're like, oh shit!
Right.
Like that's right. The Earth is trying to kill us right now.
That is true. It's very crazy how it's just a natural thing. And we have the literal season, hurricane season.
Yeah, it's crazy how this stuff works. Speaking, you said you were talking about people, your friends up north and everything. We did a week or two ago go to a wedding. Shout out to the Sheridans.
Yes, Haley and Sean.
Having a hard time.
Yes, a little bit. I'm so tired. But
shout out to them.
Yes, that was so fun. We were up north. It was
in Worcester.
Worcester.
We were in Worcester.
Yeah, but it was nice. It wasn't too hot or too cold.
The land.
It rained a little bit.
It did.
It's good luck on the wedding day.
Yeah, it rained a little bit, but it wasn't like a downpour where it like killed everything. It was
it
wet.
was still a great time.
I had a great time. I wasn't even in it. I was just running around having a good old time.
Yes, she has posted some pictures and tagged me if you follow me, so you might see some, but...
No, it was awesome.
So exciting.
Yeah, it was cool being there with everybody. I got to meet some more of your old like high school friends and people I haven't met in the past and everything. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you did meet a couple, but I honestly didn't know a whole bunch of people there.
Well, I'm talking about like
at first.
I'm talking about like Gwen and everybody. I never met
people
her.
At the bridal party and stuff.
Yeah, like the girls. Like I met Erica before, and I think that was really one of the.
You met. Did we? Yeah, you met. I'm blanking on names. I'm having a terrible time.
What's she look like?
Brown hair.
Brown hair.
Sean's sister-in-law.
The one that has the baby?
Yes.
Michelle? No.
No. I am terrible with names. Goodness gracious. Hold on.
They're gonna thumbs down this
episode. They're gonna hate me.
They're gonna thumb down this episode.
I remember you guys, I promise.
How dare you?
Hold on. Let me go to the pictures.
Allison?
No.
No? I don't know. I'm coming up with girl names now.
Hold on.
Shannon's having a hard time over here.
Oh, that's my phone playing music. I was like, what is going on? Lauren,
yes. Okay, sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Lauren, yes.
Yes, and her little cute baby.
Don't ask me the baby's name. It's not tagged in the photo.
You're telling me the baby doesn't have a fucking Instagram? What the hell?
No. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you met her before.
Yeah, I met her at Haley's house and everything through Sean and them.
Yeah, when we went up ahead of time when my mom was up there.
Yeah, it was a good time, though. It was good seeing everybody. It was on a beautiful piece of land. Yes. Absolutely breathtaking piece. It had its own pond. Like,
It was a blue pond.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like, that's the thing that throws me off whenever I leave Jacksonville, because I'm so used to, like, you know, you have your neighbors and have all that stuff. I go to Ohio, and then, like, you know, there's not neighbors for damn near half a mile sometimes. I'm just like, that's freaking sweet. And then seeing Amish people always cracks me up too. Like, I've seen Amish people from going up to Pennsylvania with the family and everything, but just seeing them, and actually whenever I helped Sean set up the wedding, because it was on a piece of property, we all like set up everything and like chairs and blah 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 blah, and we went to get a couple bags of ice for some beers, and there's a buggy and everything in there, and like the guy was sitting there in the buggy. I was like, good morning, how you doing? And he was super cool, saying what's up and everything. I was like, it's just, you know, it's interesting because you don't see that here in Jackson or in Florida. I don't think there's an Amish community anywhere in Florida.
I've not seen any. That's for sure.
I think it's a northern thing, right?
I think so. Yeah. I know up in Ohio, we definitely have one right next to Worcester, and so there's a lot around there.
I think it's pretty cool, and they have their farms, like they have the cattle and everything, and then there's also like they have like woodworking around there as well, where they'll build furniture and everything. It's cool.
They have a whole community of everything you could want. Like my mom, she would go and get hot sauce and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. She got me a hot sauce from the Amish market. Yeah. It was super freaking good too. And like, yeah, they had that up in Jersey, I think. When Lala used to live up there, my grandmother, I would go. We went there one time, and I got like a fresh donut from them, all kinds of like really good sweets and everything. Like everything they make is dank, and you know it's not terrible for you because it's actually made by good food and like stuff they probably grew, like grains and everything.
Yeah, it's so good. So much better than some of the food we eat daily.
Oh, 100%. Well, they actually grow everything. It's probably like they probably are some of the healthiest people in the United States, most likely.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could see it.
The only thing is, like, I know how rebellious I was when I was younger. If I had that chance to go to Rumspringa, I'm out. I'm out. I'm like, sorry, y'all. I'm gonna go have a good time and live my life.
Yeah, I've never known anyone, like, even though I've lived up there growing up my whole life, pretty much. I don't think I ever really knew anyone who was Amish or like
I don't think they would
going through that.
I don't think they'd put them in normal schools because it's like they're a religious sect of people.
When is Rumspringa? Like, is that 18 or I think 16?
I think it's 18.
Oh, well, that could make sense then because I was in Florida by then.
Let me look. Let me look that up. I think it's 18 because it's like when they become a man or a woman, you know, like it's like a rite of passage or whatever it is.
Yeah, that is true.
What age?
That TV show is definitely interesting to watch, though. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
Oh, no, you're right. It's 16.
It is 16.
It is 16. Yeah. Not all Amish communities have this practice of Rumspringa, but among those that do, it usually starts at 16. Starts at age 16. Teenagers may be encouraged to explore otherwise forbidden or strictly regulated behaviors before making the choice to commit to the church.
Interesting.
I mean, 16 kind of makes sense because they also...
That's like a quinceañera and stuff.
Very true, but also in their... From what I know, in their stuff, you know, like women will start bearing children probably around 18 to 19 years old, if not like getting married.
True.
You know what I mean?
Because it's a pretty, you know... Sorry, I keep
You're fine.
hitting this. I guess, the life is
like,
what it is.
They have like the women do what the women do, the men do what the men do, and it is what it is. And like I respect it. There's nothing wrong in my opinion, but it's just like it's interesting that a whole different lifestyle inside with the United States. You know, it's kind of crazy. Right. And I don't know, do they pay taxes? You know what I mean? I wonder how that works as well. I guess if it's a religion thing as well, because the churches get they get taxed. They don't have to pay taxes. No, they don't have to pay taxes.
I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to do more research on that. That's a good question. I never really thought about that.
Because I bet they make good money from their furniture and like crops and all that kind of stuff. So I bet they make some
and food.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I bet they
everything is good quality and
and it all goes towards the church. And from what I've heard as well, like the community, say if someone gets sick and they actually have to go get like real medical treatment, like they have to go to the hospital or like say they break their leg or whatever it is. They have like a church pot that will pay for that for you.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, it's interesting how it's really a sense of community there where like the community looks out for each other kind of thing.
Yeah, it is very interesting. And I've heard about like, the church is held at like different people's houses every like couple weeks.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think last time we were up for Haley's wedding, they were talking about like it's held at one person's house for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it goes to the next person's house for like 2 or 3 weeks.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just find it interesting, actually. Yeah,
But like I said, we'd have to do more research because I don't know for sure.
But I've watched like TikToks and like videos of them, like I guess someone recorded them doing it, and like they'll build a house in like less than a week. It's crazy to watch. I'm like, damn, these dudes are like going at it like
very
quick,
efficient.
And I bet it's better quality than anything else that they make like here in the normal normal world. What everybody else is doing, I bet their stuff actually sturdy. Lasts forever. Sure. No electricity or anything like that. That's pretty wild.
I bet they know how to do it though.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah. Like I'm sure they, especially
they're more like trades.
That's what I'm thinking. Like they probably know how to do all the stuff, but only do what they are allowed, to follow or whatever. Or maybe they do it for a job.
Their rules, it'd probably be for a job that they can do, like running wiring and stuff. Like you said, they build things, so it makes complete sense. But
it's a wild thing out there. So another thing I saw this week, I know we kind of got off on a tangent there. So I don't know if you pay attention to technology too much. I'm sure you don't. It's fine. So did you see what Meta just did with Ray-Bans?
No.
I thought this was super interesting. I was watching it. So you know how like iPhone and all of them do these big conferences where they say, hey, this is what's new with the iPhone 16, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So Meta and Ray-Bans teamed up. You know they have those smart glasses that like record like off a camera on the lenses or everything. So now they're making a thing. You know how we talked to Ryan recently about augmented reality?
Yeah.
They're making like glasses now where the lenses do things. So like you can actually like watch TV, kind of like the Apple goggles that they have now.
Okay.
But they're just Ray-Ban sunglasses. So like the same glasses I'm wearing, the same size and everything.
But it's not like a projection. It's just something you see wearing the glasses, right?
Exactly. Okay. So like say if like you're talking to someone, the coolest thing I saw was it does live translations for you.
Oh, that's interesting.
So say you're sitting across from me, you're speaking Spanish. You'll say it to me. My glasses will read it and then be able to feed it into me. Basically, like there's like little speakers that are right here that are like headphones.
What?
Yeah, so you can be speaking full Spanish to me, and it'll tell me in English. I'll say it in English, and if you have the same glasses, obviously that's what you need.
Right.
You can say it, and you can say it in English, and it'll play it to them in Spanish.
Interesting.
So it's a whole live, like you're taking away that language barrier.
Right.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That is really cool and really crazy.
Yeah. Apparently, there's supposed to be all kinds of stuff going on. I was like, that's pretty freaking cool, to be honest with you. And to only be sunglasses, you don't need like a full like headset or anything on. It's just a pair of sunglasses.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So they have a little speaker. That's interesting as well. So with the lens, do you know what all it like is supposed to show?
I can look it up. I can look it up real quick just to be a little bit more.
That is really neat, though.
I thought that was pretty.
How much?
Oh, I'm sure they're not cheap, but as time goes on, that technology will be cheaper and cheaper. It's basically they're putting AI inside your glasses.
That is true. Better than a chip inside your head.
Sunglasses. Capabilities, that's the word I'm looking for.
I watch all these little videos on like Instagram and stuff, and it's obviously fake, and it's like kind of bad acting as well. But I see these, I've watched this one where it like is a projection of like a screen, and like there's just different like things that you can swipe on and like do different. I didn't know if that was like
that's what the Apple goggles you're talking about, right? Or are we talking about?
I'm talking about these little videos I watch on, like, this guy became a vampire, and he has
interesting.
So that's not what we're talking about, but
so these glasses taking photos and videos hands-free, making phone calls and sending text messages using voice commands, live listening to music without headphones, live streaming to Facebook or Instagram, using Meta View app to view, share, and save photos and videos, customized voice control. What else is there?
So it's probably like all voice controlled. Like if you say, I want to take a photo, like go to camera or
something. You'll just be like, hey Meta, and then it'll do whatever you need it to do kind of thing.
Interesting. So what if you're like on a call or listening to music? I know you said the headphones are like, or it's like a speaker on the side of the glasses near your ear. I assume it's not super loud because can other people hear your music?
So that's the thing I was thinking of. So like, is the microphone But there's also like glasses I've seen where it's like inside the frame side of it, and it plays like off your skull into like, you know how you have a little bone in your ear, and that's what makes you able to hear it.
Okay.
So let me look up. Say we're doing a lot of Googling today. I need to know because this is interesting. It's crazy. Like this technology is a thing now.
You're bringing up a lot of stuff I don't know about. So
I tried to bring some stuff up. You know, see some other things that are going on in the world.
I understand. Yeah, there's a lot going on though right now with the elections coming up, and obviously all the holidays are coming up as well. There's so much to do.
Okay, so the glasses they're right in front of the ears. So the speakers are right in front of the ears. And then there's actually a microphone in the nose, like right here, where it like attaches to your nose. I was like, that's kind of interesting.
That sounds weird.
The nose bridge. But no, I mean, that's pretty wild. I know it's obviously not like wide stream available currently, which is a thing. And, you know, over time stuff will be because, you know, back in the day, not everybody had a phone. Not everybody had a cell phone.
That is true.
And nowadays, everybody has a cell phone in their pocket, even a smartphone. Like smartphones are the most common things that you see in people's pockets nowadays. Yep. Like when do you see a Motorola Razr coming out of someone's pocket?
Not often, except on the dude who does Florida Man stuff.
Yeah, the Florida Man stuff.
Flip phone activated.
Yeah, that guy. But, you know, it's wild to think that in today's world, like, you're going to be able just to talk to someone, doesn't matter what language you speak. And, you know, it's possible now with a translator, but to have, like, live action, be able to sit there and talk to someone with sunglasses on and be able to have a full conversation, that's going to change a lot of things.
That is really crazy. I mean, obviously, like you said, we have access to do it now, and we have our translator app, but you still have to, like, type everything in or, like, you know, get everything perfect and then hit translate and then them do it back.
Yeah.
So if you could just talking, it would be so much easier.
Well, that, and it's going to be more like the movies. Like, you remember, like, The Matrix and all that stuff where these glasses, you can go, like you're saying, swipe across and, like, it'll move a screen, or sooner or later now you'll just be able to wear glasses. You won't even need to own a TV.
That is true. Because you can just play.
Well, yeah, it's like what those the Apple goggles do. Like the Apple, I forgot what they're called, but like basically you can have a screen on with the glasses or the headset on, and you can extend it to just be on your wall. You can lock it there. So whenever you're walking around the room, it'll always be there. So at different angles, it'll still be there.
Interesting.
So like I could be sitting in our kitchen right now.
And you can just play like Hulu or like whatever.
Yeah, like that. Listen to music, watch music videos, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of wild to think, you know, how far technology's come back.
It is crazy.
Because like nowadays,
scary.
Really it's anything now. Like AI, we were talking with Ryan Newhouser, shout out to House of Creates. And he was talking about how AI has played a model now where, like, you know, he'll put a prompt in to kind of give him an idea and be able to add his own little flair to it and really start, like, you know, being able to use that as a tool to help save time and be more efficient and, you know, be able to put more stuff out there. It's like, it's kind of wild to think about. Sooner or later, like, there's even AI podcast hosting now. I saw an email on that because I'm in, like, you know, email chains and blah, blah, blah with other podcast stuff. And someone was talking about how there's like, you can basically tell an AI, here are the questions I want them to answer. And there will be like a little avatar or a person that looks like a person that will ask the questions to you, you answer, and that's your podcast.
So you're just all behind the scenes.
Yeah, which
kind of.
That's not my style personally. You know, like we don't really do Zoom interviews. We always do them in person because I specifically like them in person because I can kind of gauge off you a little bit better. See, like, you know, if like whenever you're talking to someone, if you're getting a little deeper in someone, or like sometimes I'll ask kind of a serious question, you'll see the person tear up a little bit. They might
see emotion.
Yeah, you
in
can
their face.
I feel like you can just read it a little bit better in person. So that's why, you know, most of the times you guys see me doing interviews, the person's sitting right next to me. I enjoy doing it that way better just because I feel like it makes it a more real conversation. I know when I can push a little bit more into a deeper part of the conversation, or if it's a little too much, I can pull back a little bit, you know, a little bit more just reading the person. That's just how I break it down for me. And other people like to do Zoom interviews, which no hate on the Zoom interviews. It's just, this is why I specifically like to do it that way.
And honestly, though, with Zoom interviews and stuff, there's always a risk as well of technology errors or, you know, anything could happen.
Well, yeah, like you saw, I was doing that. I got interviewed on a podcast recently. Shout out to Rich Hyera from Eat My Content, I believe is the name of his podcast. But he was a super cool guy, and we did an interview. I tried to hook up the Roadcaster to it and all that, and I was to my computer, and I could not get it to work to save my life. Luckily, I was able just to do it through my phone and then just go off of that, which was nice. It made life a lot easier.
Yeah, I was in the room whenever you were doing that, and I could just hear him because he was like, "Hold on, I don't know what's going on. Give me just a second."
No, it was a good conversation though, and it's called Eat Your Content is the name of his podcast. So shout out to him. He's actually gonna be a guest on this podcast here soon. I'm gonna have him in person here on the studio and everything. So that'll be fun, and you guys will get to hear what we talked about a little bit more. I need to dive deep into him a little bit as well, so it'll be a good time.
Yeah,
but yeah, so we got all kinds of good stuff going on, but. As everybody knows, we always have our segments that we like to do here on the podcast.
We do.
And we're going to start trying something new. So whenever we do our top threes now, I'm actually going to start putting polls out there on social media. And me and Shannon are going to keep little tallies. So when we do our top threes, I want you guys to vote on those polls or put it in the comments who you guys think won the top three segment of this show. So
like who had the better idea or question?
I wouldn't say question.
Okay, so the top three. So who had the best
list.
Top three
yeah,
lists.
Who had the best list. And so what we're doing now as well is I'm sure you guys have seen sometimes in the past we've had similar things, if not the same thing for our ratings and everything. So if that happens now, we've written down some different options as well. So say if like I chose something specific that she had on her list, she'll either have to choose it or I'll have to like put a different one on there does that sound right? Am I explaining that correctly?
Yeah, we basically have to
we can't have the same
new one.
We can't have the same list is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if anything is the same, you have to change it on the spot kind of thing. It makes it a little rough.
And the top three we did, I was having a hard time thinking of things.
I was excited.
That's for sure.
I thought of this one.
I really hope you don't have the same things as me.
I think this one's going to be fun, and it's a little bit more open to how creative you can get.
Yeah. I can't get very creative, apparently, with this one.
So this week's top three is top three orange things.
Orange.
Top three orange things. It can be objects, really a mix of anything. You can get creative here. The reason why I did that is, we are in fall, so I'm sure that kind of plays into it. We are in October now, so there's a lot of things on October that are orange, but there's also other things you can get a little bit more creative with. So
orange, of all things, orange.
There's so many orange things. So do you want to go first?
Yes, I would love to go first.
Okay, so your top three orange things, starting at number 3.
Number 3. So I was also thinking of it being like Halloween time and stuff. So for number 3, I put pumpkins.
I kind of figured, yeah.
I mean, it's just a normal Halloween, even just fall time, October type of thing.
Yeah, you can carve pumpkins and do all that stuff. Paint them, that's true.
There's so many things.
Very true.
One thing we do need to do is cook pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, I like pumpkin seeds.
I don't know if I think I've only had them like once before.
My mom makes good pumpkin seeds, actually.
All right. Well, we'll add that to the list.
What's your number 2?
My number 2, I hope it'll pass. I put candy corn.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
This is partially orange.
It is partially orange. I'll give you that one.
I mean, I know a lot of people don't like candy corn, but I, for one, love it.
I like candy corn, so I'm up there with you.
Okay, cool. I think we probably have the same number 1. I put my number 1 orange thing is copper.
That's actually a good one. I did not put that.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's solid. That's a solid one.
You said we might have one similar one, and I thought that would be it, but... Yeah, copper is my number 1.
Capybara, the orange man.
Yes.
So run through your top 3 one more time.
Number 3 is pumpkins. Number 2 is candy corn. And number 1 is our beloved cat, Copper.
Ooh, okay. Not a bad list. And we didn't have the same ones. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised. Sweet. So, my top 3 orange things. I'm going to have to go with number 3, and I'm surprised she didn't have this. So we were in Ohio. I was thinking about the fall season and everything, and I think a lot of people who are from up north think of these, and that is the leaves. The leaves turn orange. It's when you're in fall. That cool, crisp air comes out, and it's just, such a good time.
I did think about the leaves, and I was like, it's not one of my favorite things. So.
I understand. I love like the leaf piles and everything.
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid,
I
used to jump in them whenever I was younger. Like my parents would be walking out, I'd be hiding inside, I'd jump out, scare the hell out of them. You know, just fun stuff back in the day.
You rake them all together and just have a ball.
Oh yeah, even here in Florida, y'all. I know you guys don't think we get winters here, but there are times where the trees don't have leaves on them,
That is true.
They do turn orange and fall off, but they don't do the full color changes that you guys see up north. So, unfortunately,
they just fall off.
Sometimes they just die, and it just is what it is. And my number 2. It's a basketball.
Okay, I did think about that.
Yeah, it's fall time. Basketball season is starting up again. You guys know I'm a big Celtics fan. Go Celtics.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about that. I was like, I actually had to Google it because I didn't know if it was brown or orange. It took me a second. I was like, I think it's orange. And I Googled it. So I'm going to say a basketball is my number 2. I think that's a solid one. A lot of people play with a good orange basketball. Good sport. And my number 1, I'm going to kind of take a page out of your book, but it's a different one. I love candy corn as well. And do you guys know the candy corn pumpkins?
Oh,
the all orange with the green tip. I'm going to say those are my number 1. I love a good one of those. Every time Halloween comes around, those orange pumpkins, the little candy corn pumpkins, super dank. Love those. So those are going to be my number 1. So number 3, it's going to be the fall leaves. I think it's a good one. Basketball. I thought that was a little bit more out of the box for you, especially for fall time. It kind of plays with the basketball season and then the time of year. And then my number 1, the candy corn pumpkins. I think, like I said, I think that's just so good. Chef's kiss.
It's perfect.
Chef's kiss. And for all you candy corn haters, you're wrong.
Honestly, though, I mean, why wouldn't anyone like it?
I think it's
so good.
It's just sugar. It's all it is. It's super good.
Just sugar.
And what I'm going to say, y'all, make sure you guys vote on this. Let me know in the comments who you guys think won this top 3. I think I did personally. I think we're going to try to make this into a competition where we kind of tally it up each week and see what we can do. Maybe do a kind of like
I'm
a little.
Sorry for all the voters. I have a cat on my list. Everyone loves cat. Well, maybe
that's not true.
Cats,
I was saying,
but we have a lot of cat lovers. So. In animal lovers in general. It's an animal. You gotta vote for my list.
He is an animal. Yeah,
he's the best animal.
Don't let her lie to you guys. You guys know my list is better. It's okay. I say I put some thought into it. You guys heard my descriptions where they were crisp. I
put some thought into.
I know you put some thought into it.
Pumpkins, that's perfect for this time of year.
My reasonings, though, I feel like they were just so on point. I think I put it out there well. So that's just me personally. Just me personally. And I did have a honorable mention. This was not a fall themed one, but Nemo, the clownfish.
I thought about Nemo too, but I didn't know if it was. Yeah, again, it wasn't fall really.
That's why I didn't do it. I was like, I think a clownfish is always a good honorable mention. Like, who doesn't love a Nemo fish?
That is true. One thing I had just in case as a backup was I don't know if it counts fire because it can be orange.
I guess so.
I have the fire emoji, and it's orange and
orange, yellow, red kind of thing. I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's like fall bonfires.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it. I can see it.
All right.
I still think I won.
No, I don't think so. So
put it down in the comments.
Vote.
Put it in the comments.
We need to settle the score.
Yes, on YouTube.
We're gonna have all these debates.
Let her know who I'm the best on this one. It's okay. It's okay.
I know sometimes I have my moments, but I think my list was pretty solid.
I'm not saying it was bad. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying I was better.
It's not.
It's
not.
It's the truth. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not. Anyway.
And before we go to our Would You Rather segment, how about you give everybody how you're doing a nice little update in the fantasy football rankings?
Oh, no.
Talk to everybody. Tell everybody how, fantasy football is so much fun and you just love it.
I'm so upset. Oh my goodness. I am so sad. This season is not working out for me, guys. I don't know what is going on. My team hates me. Every time I have some people on the bench, they go off. I put them in for the next week or whatever, and they get me like 3 points. So if anyone has some recommendations of who I should pick up, any strategies maybe that I can use, that'd be great. Not looking great this season. So
but there was one silver lining. You were so excited and wanting to get Christian McCaffrey, and you didn't get him in the draft, and he hasn't played all season. So doesn't that make you happy?
I stand by what I say the other day, where if I had Christian McCaffrey on my team, I'm sure he would be absolutely fine, no injury, and be playing
How's the fuck does that work?
Amazing.
How the fuck does that work? Homie has
tendonitis. Been on my team, he would have been healed.
Homie has tendonitis in both of his Achilles.
He would have been healed. I'm half Irish.
Homie literally flew.
Irish luck.
He literally flew to Germany to get friggin' like what's it called, medical procedures done, and he's still not on the field.
I'm just letting you know. That's my standing.
What's your record right now? I can't really talk shit either. My record's not the best, but I'm keeping in it. I'm playing against one of the juggernauts this week in our league, and I need to beat his ass. So hopefully, it works out. Freaking what's his name? Debo Samuels got me 20 points last night. Shout Debo.
I unfortunately am standing at 2-3.
You're at 2-3. I think I'm at 2-3, aren't I? I think I am. Or am I 3-2?
I don't know.
Let me see.
You're 2-3.
Yeah, I'm at 2-3. So 2-3 in the league right now. A little rough, a little tough. I've had a couple of weeks. Like last week, I just absolutely got my ass beat for no freaking reason. I lost by like 80 points. It was rough.
I lost by like 5 points.
That is tough.
I'm so upset.
That is a tough.
And I was projected to win. I'm projected to lose this week against someone, Nolan, who has only won one game.
And he beat me. That's the thing that sucks. Is no one has one win and beat my ass. And of course he got me. I'm like, damn it, dude.
But my team is not looking amazing. But fingers crossed, everyone starts doing better.
The Jaguars finally got their first win too. Shout out Jaguars.
Yes, on Trevor Lawrence's birthday.
T-Law, he got it.
Happy
he got
belated.
it. We need this to keep working out. Trevor Lawrence, I would love to have you on the podcast if you want to come here and talk to me about your NFL season. We can get that working out too.
Yes, but we definitely need to start making it to some games. Oh.
Yeah, I say this is the year. This is their last year playing in town before they
need to.
But you know what's really gonna piss me off is next season they're gonna be out of the whole out of Jacksonville and everything for a year, and they're probably gonna play really well.
Probably, yeah.
It'd make me sick. I'm like, of course.
And it's so upsetting because I'm like, yeah, diehard fans, they're gonna travel. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time if you go. But I keep thinking of work on Monday, work on Friday, because there's Thursday and Sunday night games.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like whenever I go to a Jags game, I have a couple beers and hang out and all that stuff. So like chilling at the game and stuff, and then I'm not trying to have a 3-hour drive back or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just like, that just sounds like pure hell, to be honest with you. And I love the Jaguars. I love going to games as much as possible, but I'm not trying to make a 4-hour drive or a 3-hour drive to.
It's a lot for us. I guess specifically.
Excuse us. I guess we're not. I'm a huge Jags fan, but I still got life. I got to go pay bills and go do everything else. So it's a little tough,
unfortunately. But we'll have to look into something this season.
We will
before they go.
So we're gonna get into the segment here. The would you rather questions. I got one. Shannon's got one, and we can see how we can do here. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first this time?
You can go first. I don't think mine are okay, but they're not like.
This one made me laugh out loud whenever I read it.
Okay.
I went on Reddit for this question, by the way. No. I didn't just Google it. I was looking on Google trying to find something good, and I was like, this is all gross. Or like just stupid. All right. So my would you rather question: would you rather find a person in your attic or 1,000 cockroaches in your attic?
Excuse me while I go throw up. Do we know if the person in my attic just broke in or has been like living there?
There's a fucking person in your attic. I'm guessing they broke in. We're chilling up there.
No, did they just break in? Like they're a burglar?
I don't know.
In through the attic.
There's a person in your attic or 1,000 cockroaches.
I can't even. I keep cringing at the thought of 1,000 cockroaches.
That's what you're cringing at? Not a fucking person in your freaking attic?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know how I feel about cockroaches? Oh my gosh.
Those can be killed.
A man can be killed too.
I guess that's true, but.
A lot easier.
Not really.
In my opinion.
Not really. I did pest control. I killed thousands of roaches in houses.
They die immediately.
They die in hours.
And they go very quickly. But if I'm, got my pew-pew and I'm ready.
You're going to shoot the roaches?
Mr. Man is gone.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Shannon, you're so full of shit. You would scream.
I would scream at both.
You open the attic and there's just a dude in the corner looking at you like, hey.
I'd probably call you. Honestly, you better be home.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm out doing something.
Yes. But, I mean, I would rather have my pew-pew ready and find a man and kill him. But not do that, but protect myself if need be. I didn't mean for that to come out that way.
I'm going to clip that. That's going to be hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Shannon's just trying to murder people, apparently.
No, but if someone's in my home, I'm going to do what I need to do to
do what needs to be
myself.
Done. Protect my rights.
So, what, you'd have the cockroaches?
Oh, 100%.
For hours. You okay.
Shannon, you realize what I did for a job for years was killing cockroaches.
Yeah, you didn't have to stay there with them in where you live.
No, I just had to vacuum up 1,000 of them with a freaking...
After they were dead?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not true. I would go in there while they were alive and vacuum those things up.
I cannot. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
Oh, 100%.
I can't think about it. I can't even think about it.
They would fall on me.
Oh my gosh.
I used to have to vacuum up like the floors and stuff because there's like 1 million dead ones. Yeah.
No.
You know these stories.
I know. And that's why I can't picture.
But they're just dead. After you spray, they die, you're chilling.
No.
I'm sure there's 1 million roaches.
I feel so gross right now.
I'm sure there's 1 million roaches in the walls, all over the place. Not like saying like we see roaches in our apartment ever. Knock on wood, thankfully we don't.
How about you, not talk
But I bet
about
there's thousands in the walls of all apartments. All houses, everywhere. They're all over the place.
Exactly. So they're living there no matter what, even if you try and kill them.
Then you spray them and kill them, and then they go somewhere else.
And there's more.
Oh, I'm sure.
And more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
That's never ending.
And you eat. I'm sure you eat.
If you...
You're probably eating a couple in your sleep, too, and you just never...
You guys see what I deal with?
It's such a tough life.
I am like, I can't.
It's a hard knock life for us.
No.
It's a hard knock life.
For me right now.
For us.
You're torturing me with the thought of cockroaches.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Oh no. Okay, well, I guess we need to see what everyone else votes.
Put in the group chat.
I'm sure there are plenty of people who are just like me. That the thought of cockroaches.
Y'all are wild as hell if you think you want to find a human being in your fucking attic.
No one wants to find that, and no one wants to find 1,000 cockroaches.
But I feel like it'd be like less like, oh, I might die here if you see 1,000 roaches.
Well, the house could get burned down either way.
Yeah, that's expensive too.
Yeah, everything's very expensive.
All right, give me yours.
Mine are a lot less traumatic.
I doubt it.
So, I have 2. I don't know if you want me to say both or just choose one.
Choose your favorite one, I think would be the move.
Like I said, I don't think they're great. But, would you rather have to sing everything that you speak or dance every time you walk somewhere? Like, even if you were getting up to go to the bathroom, you had to dance your way.
I'd sing.
Yeah.
I'd much rather sing.
Every time you had to talk. So we would be sitting here doing a podcast and you'd have to be singing everything that you're saying.
I would much rather sing.
Okay. Understandable.
Yeah, I think I'd much rather sing. I don't like to dance anyways.
I know. It's so
I feel like some people of other sexual orientations would catch on to the wrong idea as well if I was dancing all over the place.
Oh no. I think it's fun. I like dancing with you.
You think it's... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me freaking dancing down the street. You'd be like, what the hell are we doing?
It'd be like a musical.
Yeah.
You could sing and dance.
I'm good on that. I don't think you... Have you ever seen me sing and dance just in general life?
Definitely not. Unless, early on in our relationship, we would have late nights where we'd have YouTube playing and sing and dance to each other.
That's when you used to love me.
I still love you. You're the one who doesn't like dancing and singing.
Not without a little liquid courage. Yeah.
Exactly. And we can't do that on, a normal Monday.
Why not? It's just alcoholism.
Oh, no. I think...
We got enough time for another one. Do you like the other one, or do you think we just skip the second question?
I mean, it's just a weird one. Neither of them are great. But
give me the other one.
My other one was, would you rather have no eyebrows or no eyelashes?
No eyelashes.
Why?
I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell like my facial expressions without my eyebrows.
Maybe.
You just did that. Like your eyebrows just lifted when you thought about that.
My eyebrows, yeah, they do a lot, but
that's all of us though. Like whenever we're talking, like if I'm like trying to express something to you, that
is true.
You gotta think like my eyebrows are like up.
But I feel like you could draw them on. A lot of women draw their eyebrows, like make them.
I've seen tattooed eyebrows before, and they look ugly.
Them.
No hate to everybody. Not my favorite. Not my favorite thing in the world.
But imagine no eyelashes either. Like
I would survive.
You know what? Your eyelashes help catch things from going in your eyes.
You know what else those do? My glasses.
No, because things can go in between your glasses. Like
yeah, but most things, if it's coming straight in my eyes, my glasses will take care of those. Why I have to clean my glasses on like every couple hours. Yeah,
that is true. We need to do some like virtual thing where we take our faces and do it. See what they look like with no eyelashes versus no eyebrows. Or yeah.
I'll do that from this episode, and I'll make sure I post a nice photo of you.
We both need to do it.
No, I think it's just you. You know, since you asked the question, I'd be more than happy to do that for you, and put a nice photo out there on the internet for everybody to see.
I don't think I want people to see that. I just want it for myself.
No, it's fine. You asked, and I will give.
How about we take a poll if they want to see it? There's got to be a good amount of people, like 100% of the viewers.
100%? 100% of the viewers?
Yeah. So that's what it'll be.
You gotta subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do on our Patreons. We're gonna just start fucking around on Patreon, I swear.
Okay. Yep, that was my other one though, so I think I would have no eyebrows and then just draw them on. No
eyebrows. I'm still thrown off by the fact that you said you'd much rather have a person in your fucking attic than see 1,000 cockroaches. You're crazy.
I mean, that could be a nice person.
I doubt it. I 100% doubt it. If I ever went up to my crawl space in my attic and there was a human being sitting there looking at me when I opened that fucking thing, one, it's hot as shit up there. So they're probably waiting for something to do. I don't think it's good intentions on what they're about to do to you when you open up that thing.
I feel like there wouldn't be a person in the attic for a long period of time. Like I feel like we'd hear them break in or something up there.
But what was that show?
Prepared.
Wasn't there a show that we watched where there was a person in the attic and they would randomly kill people?
That was a fake show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it was fucked.
This person also had to go through a hole that was just big enough for them to shimmy into.
Yeah, that's called. There's crazy people out there.
Yeah, but they only killed the person because they came out at the wrong time one time.
Yeah, and that would be my luck. I would be coming out at the wrong time, and I get freaking just domed and killed on some stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope we would have a better understanding. If someone was up there, we'd hear them or something. I don't know. I feel like we watch enough of those shows that we'd be like,
Shannon, you don't hear shit. We could be asleep. You're not
asleep. You ain't getting me up.
Yeah,
but
I'm the one who would notice it. I hear everything. If I hear a freaking copper cough wrong, I'm like, who the fuck's in the house? I'm like, what's going on?
That is true.
Get the freaking pew out. Exactly. Walk around the house real quick.
But I'm a little scaredy cat, so if you're not home, I'm going to have that by my side no matter what.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I'm still thoroughly thrown off.
Cockroaches. I can't. Oh.
Ridiculous.
I can't.
So, we're coming to the end of the podcast here. And my final question for us, what is your prediction for the Jaguars this weekend? They are playing in London.
Their first game in London.
They're playing their first game in London, and I'm trying to remember who they are playing. Who are we playing? Oh, we're playing the Bears.
We're playing the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. They have Caleb Williams, a new young star quarterback. Got some good wide receivers and everything.
Bears?
The Bears, yes.
Okay. So tell me about them. The good.
You're supposed to be paying attention. You're supposed to be paying attention. You literally
pay attention to my players. I don't have anyone on the Bears.
You literally watch you watch freaking Red Zone with me every Sunday. We watch all these games.
Yeah, I watch and vote for my people.
Vote. What are you voting for?
Root for them. Sorry.
How dare you?
You literally watched me on Sunday night go, Ayuk, Ayuk, Ayuk. That's all I did. Where's Ayuk? Go Ayuk.
Not on there. What is your score prediction?
The Bears are good, right? They're
they're
decent team. First game away. Have the Chicago Bears played yet away in London?
I don't think so. I think this is first for both of them. Yeah.
I'm going to say 2017.
20-17.
22-17.
Who wins?
I want to say the Jags. Because I just want them to win.
We need them to get another dub. That would be nice.
Yes. So I'm going to say the Jags.
20-17 Jags. I think it's going to be close to the game like you're saying there. I think it's going to be 28-31. Fuck it. I'm going to say the Jags. I'm a Jags fan. I'm a Jags fan. I'm believing in them. I think they're going to try to do what they did last week and the week before and try to give it up at the end of the game, and it's going to come down to a freaking field goal is what I'm predicting.
I think last week that is what they needed to just, It
was against the fucking Colts. The Colts suck. The Colts absolutely freaking suck. And the Jaguars suck right now, too, which is sad.
Pierce did pretty decent.
Pierce did do really good. Like, did you not remember the Eric Dunn freaking stuff you were sending me? Shout out to Eric Dunn. He's making like a freaking remix of the Cha-Cha Slide, talking about how bad the Jaguars suck.
Yeah, that was great.
Like, it's tough.
Trevor Banks Stadium.
We need the Jaguars to stand up and do their thing and get us a dub. Bring us back to the playoffs.
Let's do it.
Trevor's, 25 now? Homie has a baby on the way. We need a Super Bowl.
Yes.
We need it. We need
it. It is the year, and this is the season.
We need it.
Duval.
Exactly. Shout out to the Jaguars. Shout out to everybody in Jacksonville. Thank you guys for listening to us another week. We're always happy whenever someone checks us out. So if you guys want to give us a follow, see some more behind the scenes, some more little clips and everything from the podcast, make sure you guys give us a follow on the social media. It's going to be at WhoAreYouPod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots, as well as YouTube. Make sure you guys give us a subscribe, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. Share it. You guys can give us a follow on there. It's going to be Who Are You podcast, and you guys will be able to find us on the YouTube, see some clips, some more stuff as well. If you guys know anybody who would be a good guest on the show and you think they would fit with us well, be a good interviewer or interviewee, make sure you guys shoot us a message on any of the social media, or you guys can hit us up on our email. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com. Maybe we'll have you guys on a future episode. Is there anything you want to promote before we get out of here, dear?
I mean, you can always go give Copy a follow. You can't forget about our little orange man. So it could be Copy, COPPY _Berra, BERRA. He's kind of a lazy cat. So.
His paws get tired after a long day. Make sure you guys go give Capybara a follow. Apparently, he is so important. He made it to the top of Wifey's list here. So
he's my number one favorite orange thing.
He is our orange boy. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. But as we say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure you guys vote on that poll that we put out. Let us know who won the top 3 debate here. And
give me some help on fantasy. Tell me your picks.
I was like, give us some fantasy bets, all that good stuff. That'll be helpful as well. But as we say every single week, y'all, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.